guys, welcome to the Sky Zero YouTube channel, and this is my top 5 things I hate about my GSX-S150. Number 1 is the ergonomics. Now, syempre maganda namang gawin nating rason na sport bike nga ito. Hindi mapagkakait na matigas talaga yung upuan, mahirap siya i-handle from time to time, and sabi nga nila, tiis pogi. Pero syempre, kapag bibili ka ng, for example, kukuha ka ng GSX-S150, ang prefer mo is for touring, ang prefer mo is for long rides, city use. Sure, okay na okay siya for the GSX-R, no problem with that. Pero pagdating sa GSX-S150, doon na nagkakaproblema. Since yun nga, the build is supposedly para sa gusto mag long ride, pero from time to time gusto rin naman mag-track. And most of you maybe, or sa mga kakakita pala ng GSX or planning to buy one, makikita na matigas talaga yung upuan. If you ask some riders, matigas talaga yung upuan niya to the point na an hour ka pala or more na nakaupo, masakit na sa puwet, di ba? Masakit na sa likod. Although, syempre, like I said earlier, tiis pogi lang nga tayo. Though I wish kapag dating sa GSX-S, sana naman medyo bolstered or mas malambot ng onte yung upuan, considering this will be used most of the time touring or long rides. I do wish na yung handlebars medyo onting taas, but I don't mind. Parang gripe ko lang yun. And sana naman yung foot pegs niya is a little more centered kapag dating sa S150. Mas gitna siya na onte instead na pagiging rear. Though it's good pagdating sa hard riding or pagdating sa cornering, track days, it's really good. Ang problem ko lang is, ayun nga, kapag gagamitin mo na siya for touring, pag gagamitin mo na siya for long rides, medyo nagkakatol din sa atin. Pero sana lang sa seats, it's just really stiff, really uncomfortable, and I hope in the future updates, i-redesign nila ng Suzuki yan. Because it really takes away from the riding experience, lalo na kapag long ride and naiisip mo na lang is, kaya ko pa ba ituloy for a few more kilometers or magpapahinga na ba ako, sayang naman yung oras. So, not much of a problem. Just that one main thing na pagdating sa GSX. Number 2 is the lack of torque. I'm not saying na Suzuki made a bad design or pangit yung engine ng GSX-S150. Pero let's be honest here, wala talaga siyang torque down the lower part of the rev range, which is pretty weird of Suzuki considering na yung target market nila is Asian countries. Some siguro, I've seen some GSX-125s na in Australia and such, pero mostly they're gonna get sold in the Asian markets. Now, what do the Asian markets have? Traffic, and a lot of traffic. Considering na yun nga, most of the time these bikes are gonna be on the streets, tight roads, parang nag-skimp out ang Suzuki when it comes to lower end power just to say they have the top end 19 horsepower. Which of course yun nga, a lot of power on the top end and maybe a little bit on the mid-range pero wala talaga siya on the low end. And considering that Yamaha combated it with the variable cam system, sana naman Suzuki would make a little bit of an improvement kapag dating sa torque in the lower rev range. Because as of current models, hindi mo talaga makukuha yung hatak na hinahanap mo hanggat hindi mo siya nire-rev out sa higher RPMs. Which is okay kapag yun nga performance riding. Pero lalo na sa GSX-S, it really kills the mood kapag gusto mo lang regular cruising lang and you want low revving lang for fuel economy, for long rides. It really kills the purpose of getting the S over the R. I'm not saying the S is a bad choice kung gusto mo mag-touring. I'm just saying na in contrast with the uncomfortable seats, medyo nadidefeat yung purpose niya as more of a street bike compared to the track-oriented for the super sport na vibe ng GSX-R. Number 3 is the parts. Now, I do credit Suzuki for having availability na syempre some of these parts are Raider 150 or Raider 150 Fi. That's good. Marami kang mapagpipilian, marami kang choices, marami nang available, and as of recently, dumadami na rin yung parts for the GSX-S and R150. Though my problem with that is syempre yung some of those parts are still para sa underbone ng motorcycle. I do get na gusto ng Suzuki i-launch into market a balance of performance para sa price niya, not too far from the competition, which is good, very competitive price. Ang problem ko arises, for example, is in the brakes. These are very nice brakes pagdating sa regular braking scenarios. Pero, syempre, kahit iisipin natin na yung GSX-R is oriented for the track, sana naman in-upgrade nila yung braking system for that little bit of extra bite and heat dissipation para naman mas reliable siya sa track. Nagiging problem talaga kapag nag-overheat na yung brakes. Sana naman Suzuki made it a little bit more premium, kahit siguro just a small bump in price. Pero considering the performance you're gonna get out of this, okay rin naman. Number 4 is the lighting. Now, I know kapag tinignan mo sa forums or groups ng GSX-S and R150, makikita mo agad, one of the first things they actually modify is the lights. I'm not saying they're absolutely useless. I'm not saying that they are not practical for daily use. They are actually. Although the problem is, mahina talaga yung output niya ng light. Maliit lang yung range ng lighting niya. What do I mean by this? For other bikes, malaki yung nasasakop ng lights nila, ng headlights nila. And ang naaabot na ito, mas malapad talaga. On the GSX-S and R150, ang ilaw niya parang maliit na rectangle lang sa daanan. This is okay kapag normal city riding. Pero kapag dumating ka na sa highways, lalo na sa mga provincial highways, wala talagang ilaw. And ang problema dyan, hindi umaabot ng masyadong malayo ng headlight natin. It just stays sa harap mo, and this causes a huge potential risk factor pagdating sa mga mahilig mag long ride, sa mga kailangan bumiyahe ng malayo. Malaki yung risk na na-impose ng headlights na ito. I do wish Suzuki would improve this on its 3rd year of production ng GSX. Nag-update tayo this 2020, and I don't think they fixed it on that update. They focused more on the panels and the daylight running lights. And of course, I do recommend magpalit tayo ng lights or add a small LED light just to aid yung regular lights ng GSX natin. Of course, sana na i-confirm natin sa LTO if they are good. Sana let's just keep it in the way na legal para sa LTO, para always safe ang takbo natin. Those rules are not there para lang may masabi silang may batas. Those rules are there for us to be safe on the road. Number 5 is the general build of the bike or the setup of the bike. Hindi ko sinasabi na a problem is the build quality, which is pretty good for a bike like this. Napakaganda ng build quality niya. Wala ka talagang problema for most of the time. Other than really small increments na maintenance, wala talagang problema. Now, what do I mean by the initial build of the bike? Well, parehong-pareho sila ng GSX-R. Other than a few ECU tweaks, ergonomics, fairings, and things like that. Though parehong-pareho sila in its roots, at some point it is good pagdating sa parts and availability of such. Pero, ang problema ko is they are trying to market the GSX-S as more of a long ride or a touring bike compared to the GSX-R, which is, of course, oriented to be sporty, oriented to be a performance and more of a track day enthusiast bike, which is pretty normal. Ang problem talaga is, for example, the suspension, the handling of the bike, they are really, really similar. And sana naman, in terms ng GSX-S150, maging malambot sana na, just a little bit malambot yung suspension kumpara sa GSX-R, since yun nga, it's gonna be used for longer rides, for more on a touring purpose. Sana pinalambutan nila na onte and combine this with a little bit softer seats para sa comfy na experience ng rider and of course sa kanyang angkas. Overall, these bikes are really, really good. For the price, they are a bargain. Tons of aftermarket parts. And of course, the very main thing, the Suzuki build quality. And that sums it all up. The 5 things I hate about my GSX-S150. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike it, leave a thumbs down. And if you have any suggestions, questions, just leave them in the comments below. And if you like to see more content like this, vlogs and motorcycle reviews, just subscribe and ring the notification bell. Thank you, and this is Sky Zero reminding you to always ride safe.